It's hot. Let's go. So I want to do a review on the MITAS E-10 I have on the front and the MITAS E-09 I have on the rear. I recently changed from the Heidenau K60 Scouts, and I actually like them quite okay. But now I've had the MITAS on for maybe 1,000 kilometers, and I'll never go back to the damn Heidenaus. This is just so much more fun. So they are pretty comparable to the MITAS on tarmac. And I've ridden them quite a lot in the rain also, because we're in rainy goddamn Denmark, and they seem to be just as good as the Heidenaus in the rain, which is probably only adequate. But when we go off-road, they are awesome. With the Heidenaus, I was also always a bit worried when I had to change lanes on a dirt road if it had some kind of a bump in the middle, because the front tire just let go without any warning, and the rear had a slightly better bite, but it was nothing compared to the MITAS. So I find myself probably riding a little bit more aggressively on dirt now, and having a lot more fun. It looks like the E-09 on the rear is it's not going to last 10,000 kilometers, because I should of course have measured the lugs when I put them on as new, but I was in a hurry to go out and ride instead. So, and since this is not really a professional channel, that's the kind of stuff you must expect. So another point with the MITAS is they are almost silent. Like, there's really so little noise. I've even tried to remove my earplugs and go a bit slower and put my head down behind the windscreen, and you can only just hear them. Where the Heidenaus, it was like sitting on top of some kind of turbine with a bad bearing. So that surprised me a lot, because the Heidenaus are not as off-roady a tread as the MITAS, so I thought they would be more noisy, but actually it's the other way around. Yeah, approaching home and the favorite back road, just to do a little bit of testing, and we also have to do some high-speed testing to see the noise of the audio setup. I'm running a Gopro 9 Hero Black, and I've bought a lavalier Røde, whatever you say when it's in English. In Denmark we say Røde. A small lavalier plus, I think it's called, Lav Plus, and a medium mod. So this setup will only be used when it's not raining. I thought it could be more interesting to do some talking while I was riding sometimes, and other times just listening to the exhaust of the good old TRANSALP. So, but today I'm only recording from the helmet. Otherwise I'll have the Zoom H1N on the rear of the bike, so I can switch between helmet audio and exhaust soundtrack. So that's oops, someone's parking down here. Favorite back road. Let's see how the MITAS do here. Oop, another parked car. Let's see, farmers. And a cat. So here the hide house would already be getting nervous, but on the MITAS you can actually slide on both the front and the rear tire at the same time, and it will still feel kind of in control. As good as the suspension on the old Alp allowed it, because that's really a bad thing. But it's so much more fun on the MITAS. Let's see if we have any angry people here today. Met someone yesterday, he was not very funny. So, this is my small favorite piece of road when I go to town. Be some channel updates sometime, because I'm in the process of leaving Denmark and settling down in Spain. I guess I'll keep doing the YouTube stuff that interests me, which is motorbikes and diesel engines. Old tractors. DIY stuff you can do for cheap. Improve your stuff. So this time of year Denmark is really beautiful. Green and lots of colors. And the grape fields. Watch out for kids and cats. No goats in Denmark, but I'll get used to that in Spain, I think. Very many dirt roads in Denmark you actually have fun on anymore. I think in other places in Europe it's also a problem. So I'm hoping to get to ride a lot more on dirt roads in Spain and in the mountains. But I think I'll sell the TRANSALP before I leave, and then I'll buy one or two old Alps when I get to Spain, because I really love this bike. And if I can afford it, I'll buy small, maybe a 200, 250 two-stroke to do some more technical stuff on, because that's not the strong side of the Alp. It's more of a off-road hippopotamus. A bit heavy. The worst suspension you can imagine, but I love the V-twin and the low-down torque, and it's not too much stupid technology that you don't really need. It's just turn the throttle and have fun. Oh, can't pass this guy. can enjoy instead in the marshland of Kolding Sound. It would be called in English, Kolding Sund in Denmark. It goes all the way from Grenaa, you can see out here, to Kolding, about 20 kilometers inland. In the old times it was kind of an inland sea where you could sail goods and barges and stuff, but now they've drained it and used it for agriculture, so it's a lot of ditches, a lot of straight gravel roads, and not a lot more. And I don't know if you can see the windmill at the top, the old mill. Burned down a couple of years ago, or maybe 10 years or 20. Oh, thank you. And in the distance we can see some of the, I think it's drill towers for drilling oil down at the harbour in Grenaa. I hope this audio turns out okay. I'll upload it then. Just a small shortcut here, so we don't waste too much tire wear on tarmac. That's a total waste. Missed the gear. The old TRANSALP gearbox is actually very nice, but I often miss gears with the motocross boost because you can't feel anything. Switching lanes like this on the Heidenhaus, if it was a little bit bigger in the middle, that would actually be a damn problem because the front was so slippery. So I guess I'll touch up on the MITAS when they're worn down, or just before I leave Denmark if it's not worn by that time, to give a final review. But I'll definitely buy these tires again. They're so nice. Total confidence when I do off-roading, and I even did some mud, wet grass and really slippery stuff, and they are not motocross tires, but they're good for the old off-road hippo. So just in Grenaa, a little city of maybe 15,000 people, and they have a gym, so we have to go train the old fat ass. Really nice. The beaches are blooming, I think that's the word for it. Lovely green. Pretty much a dying town, you could say. All the small shops and stuff is gone. It's just supermarkets and a few factories. Really a dead end. The town hall, all right here, where people sit and do nothing important. shop that went bust. And we're closing in on the CrossFit gym, where it's of course it's some old factory that's also closed. Pretty much the end of the ride. I just touched up on what I think about the MITAS. I love them. E-10 on the front, E-09 on the rear. You should try this, definitely. And the CrossFit box. Forging Elite Fatness.